Hello there, Power Fantasy fans! Among the countless anime niches filled in this genre, one of the most common ones is anime where the main character is a legend, but no one knows about it. So today I'm bringing 10 anime where the main character shows that even though he is the average high school boy sitting along with his classmates, he is far more superior than all of them. As usual, we plan on bringing more videos in the future, so don't forget to stay tuned by hitting the subscribe button, along with the bell notification icon. With that said, here we go. Number 10. Mushi Bugyu. Kickstarting our list, we have Mushi Bugyu. It happens in an alternate feudal era Japan where creatures called Mushi started appearing and attacking people. The cities were soon establishing their own armed forces to fight these creatures, and they acted under the Mushi Magistrate. The story follows a cheerful samurai named Jinbei Tsukushima, who answers in the summons for warriors and decides to defend his nation. Apart from its apocalyptic Walking Dead setting, the show also has some cool fights and mystery lurking around in its story. The theme of the show is humans versus monsters, but it doesn't take long to show that in the end, most of the monstrosities are done by humankind itself. And of course, the main character is a legendary samurai. So, what more can you ask for? Number 9. Akashic Records of Bastard Magical Instructor. The Alzano Empire is home to one of the most distinguished magic schools in the world, the Alzano Imperial Magic Academy. Here, ambitious young students undergo training to become competent magicians. But this time the story isn't about the students, it's about the sensei who arrives at the academy to teach them. This magical professor seems to have more power than any of his students, and even though he has third-rate magic, he clearly seems to belong to the overpowered group. He has a well-known knowledge about magic, its effects as well as spells. He also has the power of pain tolerance where he can survive multiple wounds and attacks without losing the motivation to fight. In other words, this is a twisted heroic fantasy featuring a magic teacher who excels in magic. Number 8. Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. The story takes place in a fictional world where there are ancient weapons named Drag Ride that grant the user powers. 5 years ago, the protagonist named Lux Arcadia was the Prince of the Empire, and he also was known as the strongest Drag Knight. The Empire was destroyed due to a revolt, and now Lux is known as the weakest undefeated, the Drag Knight who doesn't attack. After an accident with the princess, now he trains at an all-girls academy while trying to become a Drag Knight. Trust me, at first look, Lux may seem like an average boy, but wait until you dive deep to his backstory and learn about his powers. Or you can just wait and see him show off his power in front of all the girls. Number 7. Trinity 7.
生きていたきゃみんな忘れろってことかよ。
You might have heard of this when browsing lists of the action or harem genre. Trinity 7 is about Arata who realizes the world he was living in was fake and then gets enrolled in a magical academy. Here he meets 7 powerful female mages known as the Trinity 7, and the anime revolves around their adventures. The legend we're speaking of here is Arata. Why is he a legend? It is mainly because of the demon lord trapped inside him, but also his first and primary magic, which is named as Stark Naked Magic. He can naturally arrange his grimoires to match the magic of the demon lord candidate, and then activate powerful alchemical magic. What more could you ask for than being a legend and a demon lord? Number 6. The King's Avatar. Time to speak of a rather unpopular anime when it comes to the main character being a legend niche. The King's Avatar follows the story of Ye Shu, a professional esports player living in Hangzhou, China. In The King's Avatar, the main character is already a popular esports player, But once the team decides to use him for underhand marketing purposes, he decides to leave for good. Now working as a clerk, he meets one of his fans and with his encouragement, starts building up his character once again. Ye Zhu was a legend and this is how he becomes a legend again. If you need a sports anime that dives into the esports category, plus has a main character who was a legend, then here's this show for you. Number 5. The Irregular at Magic High School. The Irregular at Magic High School follows the story of Tatsuya Shiba, who attends the same school as his sister and acts as her bodyguard. What's fascinating about Tatsuya is not only his godly power, but also the way he blends in magic with technology and combat skills to defeat his opponents. The big brother soon shows the entire school that he's not a man to be messed with, and of course, a legend in his own way. Apart from its overpowered protagonist, this anime also has a well-developed and complex magic system. So, if you are a nerd for well-crafted magic systems and also want to see a main character who has great potential, then give this one a go. Its second season is airing right now, so what better time to start the series than, well, now. Number 4. Overlord. This time, our main character isn't just a legendary being, but a great tactician and game player as well. Overlord starts when a massively popular MMORPG game is suddenly shut down, leaving only a single guild leader named Ainz Olgon in it. Ainz still has his servants working under him, but with all the players now gone, other races start to evolve in the new world. So, Ainz sets out to find out the whereabouts of other players in the world. One thing that makes Overlord unique is the morality of the characters. Ainz never hesitates to kill anyone or harm anyone who opposes him, which is taboo in the real world. 1. He's overpowered. 2. There's no force in the world that could stop him. So, if you need a legendary main character belonging to the anti-hero niche, then give this one a watch. Number 3. Samurai Champloo. Nothing can beat Samurai Champloo's direction, tone, and action. It is solely one of the reasons why anime got popular in the first place. It starts off when a mysterious rogue named Mugen and a young ronin named Jin save a waitress named Fu at a restaurant. After the two begin fighting each other, the magistrate's son dies at their hands, and when they are about to be executed, Fu saves them. Now the trio goes on a journey hoping to find the samurai who smells of sunflowers that Fu is speaking about. The show has a blend of historical Edo period backdrops with modern styles and references, as well as historical context and Western influences. If you need a cheerful adventure plus some great samurai sword fights in action, then give this one a go. Number 2. Katanagatari. Written by the same author of Bakemonogatari, this is one of the series that must have passed under your radar. It is about Yasuri Shishika, a swordsman who fights without a sword, and Togame, an ambitious young strategist who seeks to collect 12 legendary swords for the shogunate. The overpowered character here is Shishika, who only fights with one fighting technique, which most people think is weak, but in truth, he has mastered this technique enough to defeat most opponents with a few hits. The anime shows their growing challenges along the journey, and there is nothing better than seeing Shishika show that one technique is all you need to win the game. Number 1. Strike the Blood. In the Strike the Blood universe, the world is ruled by 3 ruling progenitors. But as time passes, they notice another 4th progenitor living on Itogami Island. This is none other than the high schooler Kojo Akatsuki. Despite not being known by him, Kojo is actually a powerful vampire and is powerful enough to destabilize the power of the 3 ruling progenitors. So a girl called Yukina is sent to monitor him, and the anime follows the adventures of this duo as they meet their own enemies and find other allies on the island. Strike the Blood has some great action sequences, and Kojo's power and its potential are slowly revealed through time. Compared to other anime, it also has a wide cast of female characters with different personalities. So, if you haven't watched this yet, now would be a great time to check it out. So, did you catch 10 anime where the main character is a legend? If yes, I know, it's great to see them show off their power when the moment calls for it. If you think we missed any of your favorites, then let us know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't joined our growing community, make sure to hit the subscribe button, along with the bell notification icon to be instantly updated as soon as we bring out new videos. With that said, I hope you guys stay safe and stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.